Mina damer och herrar, ge en varm applåd till våra värdar för det första Scandinavian Mixed någonsin, Annika Sörenstam och Henrik Stensson.
The very first time men and women will compete on the same golf course for one prize fund and one trophy. Major champions Henrik and Annika Sorenstam will host an innovative mixed event in Sweden next year.
Well, we're up early in Orlando here at the Golf Channel and certainly coming here to talk about the new exciting tournament.
Yeah, getting excited about it. I think it's going to be a great week, a great tournament in Sweden.
Two of the heavyweights in golf. It is so good to have you here. Tell us, how did this come about? How did this partnership come around?
Yeah, I like the concept. I was on board pretty much straight away, and just a short while after, Annika was asked to join in, and exciting towards the future and the summer, upcoming summer when the event is going to be played.
Now this is a nice touch. It's really happening, right? Yeah, I can't think of a better place than to do this in Sweden, and it's a little bit of a celebration of Swedish golf, the success we've had all around the world.
I tell you, I bow down to that man because I've seen a lot of things in golf before, but I have never seen the likes of his golf this week.
And try and inspire the next generation, and we just made it so much easier because now everyone can come to the same event. It's going to be a great week for golf in Scandinavia.
The European Tour and Ladies European Tour have announced that the inaugural Scandinavian Mixed event has been cancelled due to the coronavirus pandemic.
There is no doubt that it has been a daunting, trying, challenging time for not only the European Tour, but all sports organizations that try to get back to playing their respective sports. But today, there's some encouragement, there's some excitement, and we announced that we will finally get back to play the last week of July.
Yeah, it's been a little while since we played, obviously, and yeah, it's hugely important to be there and play again. It's going to be great. We obviously got fingers crossed for everything working out as well as it can be, and for the tournament to be a success.
It's been a long wait, as the tournament was postponed last year, or cancelled, I should say. So we've been very excited to come here to Valda and play this year's event, yes.
Any event where you have major winners or world number ones, Annika's one of the most dominant female players that there's ever been. It brings in a new audience and kind of gives a significance that maybe wouldn't be there otherwise. Her record speaks for itself, I think what she's achieved in the game is inspiration for every female player, and I think what she was able to do in her career kind of shows female golfers that it's okay to want to be dominant and to win as much as you can, and to have that kind of attitude to it. And yeah, like I said, Henrik's been one of the best players in European golf for a very long time. So it's having players of that caliber kind of be in the same field as you for players like me and players like rookies as well. It's a pretty cool thing to be a part of.
So we'll do a few questions in English, a few in Swedish, and then
Annika, you've had to wait a while, but how excited to finally be here for the first ever Scandinavian Mixed?
I'm super excited. I think it's great. That it's really, really a lot of fun. The last 2 days I've been here at the course and just to watch other players and meet some new players and see some old faces. But yeah, no, it's great. I'm excited. I think it's going to be fantastic, and I love just walking there on the practice tee, seeing men hit, women hit, everybody's just together, and it's just even though it's COVID and we're keeping all the rules, but just seeing them hit and be together, I think it's awesome.
Oh, it feels great to be in Sweden, to be partnering up with Annika and doing this event. It's a great feeling. I see the anticipation on everyone's faces when I walk by the practice area today, and to see both men and women standing together and preparing for the event is certainly a different feeling and a good feeling.
Doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, you have the same mindset, your work ethics are the same, you concentrate about improving all the time, and now we're on the road doing it, and as we learn more about doing it and we go forward, it'll become better and better. I think it's been a long time coming. I think it's something that everybody wants to see happening, and probably more often as well.
And we're going to see within the girls' lineup here, you're obviously going to have some that are hitting it far, some that are hitting it a little bit shorter and are good on other aspects of the game. So I think we're going to see a competitive bunch of girls coming out from the LAT and being ready to take on the boys on the European Tour. So yeah, bring it on. Let's the games begin.
I think it's great that women and men are playing together. It's going to be really interesting to play in the same field. Hopefully, it will especially raise the women's game a bit. I hope that events like this, and I hope it's going to be a success, and there's going to be maybe a few more in the future.
It's been tough for female golfers and in any sport, I guess, and I think this might be the start of something new. I mean, I have a child, I have a 5-year-old. I try to work hard to get all the family stuff together, with traveling and all that. And I have great support from home, but I know that it's not easy. I mean, we don't have childcare at our tour, and so it's a tough part to travel when you have a family. And I think the guys have a little bit more support talking in that direction, So it's a sensitive question. I mean, we can go on for everyone about this, but I think this is a really good start, and I think maybe, we have this signed contract for 3 years now, and I think next year will be even better, and then you never know.
Word on the golf course, what do you make of the layout here? How are you going to set it up so it's the fairest test for both genders?
Well, luckily that's not on my desk, but I know it's been a lot of research looking into distances and so on. Obviously on a golf course you're not going to be able to do that on every hole, to put the tee boxes exactly where they potentially need to be, but it's I think over 18 holes we're going to be able to find a balance that works out, and we want to make it as fair as possible for both the men and women that are playing here this week. So excited to see how that plays out, and to be part and hopefully put in a good showing on my own.
I feel like it's been received quite well. I think there is an interest. This sparked a little something new. Something, that we haven't seen before. And of course, I think we're all a little bit, curious what the outcome will be. And because the biggest challenge is the course and to make it fair for everybody. So I think the intention it's there. We just gotta, make sure that it turns out that way and make it a successful week.
We've done 3 trials here with different players from the 2 different tours. It helped us find the balance of the golf course, that some holes is obviously play difficult for the ladies, more difficult for the ladies, and some holes will play more difficult for the men. But I think we have created a nice balance on what we have achieved this week. I had a plan already in September, and that worked out pretty good, and we've made some adjustment just a couple of weeks ago and also this week.
Who are you rooting for, the men or the women?
I'm rooting for a good tournament and a good finish. That's what I'm rooting for.
Once the players get out here, they get a better feel for, what it's going to be. But I think it's pretty good. I think they've done a good job. And I mean, the goal would be that we would have equally as many men and women make the cut, and obviously on Sunday to have, both gender in the final group and be exciting.
Hi, I'm Henrik Stenson.
And I'm Annika.
And this is Callaway Tour Tips.
Today we'll be talking about fairway woods, how to flush them.
The first ever golf tournament where men and women are competing in the same class. And we are having a discussion about the future of equality.
Sweden is a place where equality is obviously very much, I think we're at the forefront in the world, more or less, at least the Scandinavian countries, I'd say. And part of that journey, European Tour has had a lot of innovative formats over these last 5-6 years, I'd say. And this is obviously another one of those.
The last year and a half or so, I started to pick up the interest of golf again, especially during COVID. It was just one of the few things you could do, and the family, we would go out and play golf, and our son Will is really into it, so I go out with him, and then I thought, well, I might as well bring the club. So I started to, get that interest and kind of the desire to practice a little bit, and then I turned 50 this past fall, and now they've started a few events for the senior women. So it was one thing led to another, so it's nice to be part of it, and we look forward to a great week.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Yeah.
So Annika, we'll come to you first. Welcome back.
Well, I think it was, I think the European Tour.
Balans, så att säga, så att det
It was going weekend field.
Yeah. Not playing us off now. Have a nice easy day.
Good for you.
Fraction to your right, perfect, and a fraction to your right as well. And perfect, a bit more.
I mean, she's a legend. Ollie, in his own right, achieved legendary status with the 59, and being there to capture it was that kind of like galvanizing kind of experience for me. With only the only 59 on the European Tour, and Annika only 59, this is a perfect opportunity. You know what I mean? So, yeah, hope it's not too cheesy.
Yeah, that's nice.
Damer och herrar, ge en varm applåd till våra värdar för det första Scandinavian Mixed någonsin, Annika Sörenstam och Henrik Stensson.
Keep all players in. One, give me close-up on Stenson. One close-up Stenson.
Women are breaking down barriers around the globe.
2 nets.
It's time to level the playing
Lower
field,
third good and maybe 2. Hold the front.
bringing together some of golf's best women.
Going head-to-head with the men.
No move,
On the same course at the same time.
An innovative new event.
Welcome to a new era in golf.
The Scandinavian Mixed, hosted by Henrik and Annika.
And mixed 2. Add C.
Hello and welcome to what is a unique and exciting format, hosted by Swedish golfing royalty Henrik Stenson, about to start his week at the Scandinavian Mixed.
Lose it. 1 next. 18 next. And take 18.
Annika Documentary. 89 professional wins, 10 majors.
To finally get out there and play, I really enjoyed it. I was quite pleased with my game from tee to green, and from there not so pleased. But you know, that's just the way it is. But I think overall it's been a great. I mean, sometimes it's not about the score. It's more about the atmosphere, the people you're with, and the surroundings. I mean, we could not ask for better.
Annika's got 188 yards out with a little 5-wood here. Needs to float this on the wind a little bit. Slightly into her face, pitch it at the front, let it release. This one looking good.
Down off the bank. Oh yeah, it's very good. The queen of the hybrid, you'll see that a lot in the women's game.
There was a run between 2001 and 2006 where she won 46 of 124 starts. Some of the invited guests here, 500 maximum. Unfortunately, that's all allowed in, because I'm sure if they had 50,000 tickets to sell a day here, I'm sure they'd sell them out pretty quickly.
It was good to play with Thomas and Annika, obviously, and I don't think it was the prettiest round of golf that we could put together between us, but we finished. We finished as friends, and we'll live to fight another day. That's probably the best way to describe the golf, but no, it was good. Good fun. I don't know what happened. I obviously managed to hit one good shot, and it was one of them that looked like it very much could make it, and I don't think it was more than a car key in between the ball and the hole, so that would have been a nice one to kind of finish off the day with.
So close to BMW's first fully electric sports car for Henrik Stenson.
13 years since I played in Sweden. They wanted to be a part of it, and especially the kids to come out here and watch me play. And they watched me on the range, on the putting green. They know all the time I put in. So for them to come here and walk, it's very special. My parents are out here, and it's a family affair.
This one tracking, looking good.
Well, you shouldn't be surprised, should you? A Saracen birdie at the last.
Well, it's a bit longer than it looked. Good 3.5 feet for Wolf. For the outright lead. Come on, just left edge.
A fantastic day for Christine Wolf, and it's ladies first right now at the Scandinavian Mixed. Fantastic from the Austrian.
I think it's just that we love competing against the guys. We've had a few mixed events at home, and yeah, it's just fun. And also at home, there's a lot of guys that I play against because there's not many girls around. So I just really like competing against the guys.
So another 64. Christine Wolf has company. Sam is the man. Horsfield 8 under par. Terrific opening salvo for a player who has, well, been up there all season when he's been playing on the European Tour. But that's another fabulous round of golf around Valda. An historic opening round that ended with a man and woman as co-leaders. Hello and welcome. It's round 2 of the Scandinavian Mixed, hosted by Henrik and Annika.
Denmark, Emily Christine Pedersen.
This is the number 1.
Word on your driving, as social media are talking about at the moment, because you're hitting it pretty long way today. One of them went over 350.
Yeah, I mean, I do carry it quite a long way, and then it helps that it's so dry, so they get a good kick here. But yeah, I've been working on a bit of speed during the winter, and it's definitely, when I get one, it gets quite a long way. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun to see how the guys play and learn a little bit about, especially I like short games really good, and that's something that I'm working on, and then trying to learn from that.
Have you been enjoying yourself this week? How much are you looking forward to the next 2 days?
Yeah, it's been really fun. It's been nice to play with a guy as well and see how he plays. And I mean, Carlos, who I played with the last 2 days, he ripped it. So it was really nice. Yeah, it was good fun. So I'm looking forward to the next 2 days.
Well, more good scoring at the Scandinavian Mix, hosted by Annika and Henrik, and mixed as far as the hosts are concerned as well, because Annika Sorenstam won't be playing over the weekend, despite some nice putts like that at the 6th on her way to 2 over par. But there will be golf this weekend for Henrik Stenson. 2 rounds of 70, had to hold this at his final hole, the 9th, to be assured of being around. Not at his best, but still 2 more rounds to play.
Obviously, we're still fighting and still grinding, and managed to do that pretty good for a second day. But obviously, on the course, the way it's playing, you wish for a lot more, especially the par 5s. Some level par on 8 par 5s, and that's not going to get me anywhere in this field and the way they play. So yeah, we need to do better if we want to move up the leaderboard. That's for sure.
You know, I tried, I fought, did everything I could, and, you know, it's been a great week, even though this shortens my tournament play, but it's okay. I'm here to have a good time with the family. I look forward to continue supporting the event and be part of, you know, the festivities. So, you know, everything is good.
And there's a nice mix of men and women at the top of the leaderboard, although if you're talking about Pia Babnik, you might say girls, because she's only 17, fresh off a win at the Jabra Ladies Open on the LET last week. Drove it into the bunker at the par 4 9th there for a 7th birdie of the day, a 66. She's at 9 under par. Stephen Brown, who won at the Portugal Masters a couple of years ago. Probably the best of those that went out in the afternoon. Slightly windier for the players out in the afternoon. 68 for Brown, 11 under par, which leaves him in a share of 3rd place. Pia Babnik played with Joost Luiten and Caroline Hedwall. They went even better. No bogeys over the first 36 holes for Joost Luiten. That birdie at the 6th taking him to a 36-hole total of 12 under. Same hole, but from the bunker, same result for Hedwall. She chipped in from the sand at the 11th on day 1. She was at it again. 4 times a Solheim Cup player. Like Luiten, she's won 6 times on the tour in Europe, and this was her finishing up at her final hole of the day, the 9th, for a round of 64. And it's Hedwall they'll be chasing in the weekend at the Scandinavian Mix. She's 13 under par.
Hi Russell, Michael Eriksson, European Tour. How are you? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Russell, tomorrow we're expecting strong winds, very strong winds the entire day. It's just going to pick up in the afternoon even more. We are expecting gusts up to 40 miles an hour in the afternoon, and if we did have a normal draw for round 3, I don't think we're going to be able to finish.
Well, good morning. It's been an historic few days so far in Sweden. Conditions are certainly tougher today at Vauda Golf and Country Club. We're just outside of Gothenburg, and what is an early start for all of us. The wind is up. Very windy conditions, and one of the hosts, Henrik Stenson, with a level par 72, 4 under par, just the 5th cut he's made this year. Too far back for Henrik Stenson, but there are a number of players in with a chance. Alice Hewson is amongst them. Look at this tee shot at the par 3 15th, using the contours of the green to perfection. And amongst the later starters, she was amongst the best, really. In times the breeze got up to 40 miles an hour gusting. This was Hewson throwing in another dart at the 17th hole to set her up for yet another birdie in a round of 69 that leaves her in a share of the lead at 12 under par. Now, Jason Scrivener was in danger of missing the cut on Friday. He was level par heading to the turn, came back in 30, comfortably made the weekend in the end, and then got off to a flyer in round 3. Eagled his very first hole. Overnight, they were chasing Caroline Hedwall, and she got off to a very nervy start. Couple of bogeys from the 4-time Solheim Cup player, but she settled down really nicely into the round. Birdied the 3rd, birdied that hole, the par 5 6th. And then heading to the back 9, good play continued. She had dropped a shot at 11 after a birdie at 10, but back in amongst the birdies at 13. But after what seemed to be a day where she looked in control despite the wind, big mistake here at the par 4, 17th, from the tee into the water. It led to a double bogey, which meant she finishes like 3 others at -12.
It is tough conditions and anything can really happen, and I think I handled it really well, and I mean, I had a bad start but fought back, and I'm really proud of myself for just trying to keep on fighting, you know. So I mean, I'm quite happy. 73 is not a bad score in these conditions, but obviously with the finish that I had, I'm not that happy right now, but I mean, it feels good to still be up there, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Just finally, there's 4 of you now, all at 12 under, 2 men, 2 women. How great is that for the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. And they've obviously set it up really well for us. And I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I think it will be a fun and exciting day.
A lot of people rooting for you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Hello, how are you?
Two men, 2 women, all tied for the lead going into the final day. Is that the perfect scenario you could have imagined?
I think so. It's almost a perfect scenario, yeah. And we're going to have some great weather tomorrow as well, with less wind as well. So we're looking forward to a very exciting final day.
Well, compared to yesterday, it's not nearly as breezy out here, although we are still expecting to see gusts of up to 20 miles an hour this afternoon. We have 2 women and 2 men at the top of the leaderboard, so it's going to be a thrilling final day.
Well, it's a groundbreaking week, isn't it? And for the 2 men up there, well, I suppose like all those trying to chase them, it's a huge 18 holes ahead. Reece Enoch and Jason Scrivener both looking for their European Tour breakthroughs. It's about 1,000 yards difference in terms of yardage for men and women.
It is. It's been a tough one to judge, but I think they've done it really well. There's actually 1 tee box, the 5th, where they hit from the same position on the par 3. 1,000 yards difference. Men do hit it a lot further than the women. Not the start that she would have wanted. That's 3 bogeys in a row for Hedwall.
Yeah, we're starting to slip through the fingers of Reece Enoch now.
A tough putt here for Eagle, down the slope, breaking hard off the left. A good 4 foot outside left, I feel.
Well, a 2-shot lead now for Jason Scrivener.
She's been on a good run with birdies at 9, 10. Oh, and that was such a good effort. She's rolled some great putts today and has been unlucky.
Scrivener for his par. Oh no, oh no.
Now Caldwell, what a tee shot.
Yeah, for the eagle up the hill. For Cornwall, just looking at 2-putt, really? Oh, or the one to take a 2-shot lead. Great stuff from Cornwall. He's 8 under par for his round. Wow. And he's in the box seat.
Adrian Ortegi with a chance to get 5 under for his round. Fourth. Back within 1.
For the time being, this will be for the outright lead. That'll get it done. 6th birdie of the day, takes a 1-shot lead.
For Cornwall, though, eyes on the prize.
Yeah, even if he carries that first bunker, to stop it's going to be very difficult. So just be looking to get it pin high left here, Cornwall. Is it that really high? Be good. Be good, they're saying. Oh, what a shot from Cornwall.
That is sensational from Jonathan Cornwall. And if that is the shot to win an historic tournament like this, well, he deserves every plaudits that are going.
No messing on this occasion.
Well, is that the moment for Jonathan Cornwall? He has set the clubhouse target. It is a magnificent birdie 3 at 18 for a round of 64. And a word from the legend herself, Annika Sorenstam, as well. Jonathan Cornwall has set the target. Will it be beaten?
Come on, in you go, in you go. Well done. Alice Houston goes for a tie for 4th. Back-to-back birdies.
It's a timely move, isn't it? Into a share of 4th. 3 behind Cornwall.
She's got another one, hasn't she? Alice Houston is not going anywhere.
We're down to just a few now. Cornwall can only watch and see what unfolds.
Oh.
That was so close. Well, she's going to have to hold her second shot at 18 now. Well, this to take us to extra holes in Sweden. Well, well, well. What a miss from Ortegi. I don't think Jonathan Cornwall knows yet what is happening on that 18th green. He's focused on a playoff. It's not over yet, of course, because Houston still will have a second shot into this 18th to draw level. And it's a fabulous shot, but it's not enough. And that means Jonathan Cornwall is a European Tour champion.
Very impressive to go out and shoot 64 in a final round. It's always going to feel good, and like he said in the interview, he came here, and on Tuesday he said he felt really good about the golf course, and he got that good vibe that you sometimes can pick up early on in the week, and he obviously followed that through, and great win for him, and impressive final round. So a big congrats to him on that win. All right, very well played. Congratulations on winning the Scandinavian Mixed. It's all yours.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Well finished there.
Thank you.
I always had the dream, obviously, of winning on the European Tour, but to win, I'm not sure. You know, there was that belief and want to win. I guess until you do it, you really don't know. So, I mean, yeah, I believe I can win now. To be standing on the 18th green with Henrik Stenson and Annika Documentary is just incredible. I wouldn't have believed you if you'd have told me that at the start of the week. I mean, this is just surreal. Cheers.
What a boy.
I think it really lived up to well, a little bit more than expectations. We really didn't know what to expect, but it's been great. It's been great to be here, finally get to play this tournament and see it come to life, and play with Henrik and Thomas in the first 2 rounds was fantastic, and then obviously the finish we had was some superb golf. But it's been a first-class event from start to finish. So super proud to be the host, and to work with Henrik is always exciting and an adventure, but it's been fun.
Interesting, I thought you'd say. Yeah, just with us or without?
Without.
No.
Yeah, they want you to kiss it too, Henrik.
Maybe not.
Kiss it goodbye.
I'll kiss you.
Kiss goodbye. Now that would make headlines. It showcased so well, the men and the women. I thought the setup was good. It really was a fair and true test. So I think we're off to a good start. I mean, there might be some tweaks, who knows, but not much. I really thought it went really well. Did you have a good time? You were laughing. You were having a good time.
I mean, this tournament as a whole has been such an amazing opportunity for women's golf in general. Everyone to see kind of how the women stack up against the men, and for us to prove that we're up there with them, which is always exciting. But yeah, hopefully I might have inspired a few people to take up the game, practice more, turn pro, whatever it might be.
Thank you
so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, thank you for this week.
You're welcome.
Amazing.
Great. Thank you. Well played.
Well, spread the word and come back. How about that?
I'm definitely coming back.
I'm proud of the sport for being able to take this initiative. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of, it takes an initiative like this, and when it works, it's fun, and we had a good time. I know that we're going to continue to be part of it. We'll see if other organizations around the world wants to do the same thing. But I mean, I think by the end of the day, especially when you get a little older, you start realizing about the memories and the journey, and the impact you can make in the next generation. I think we really have done that this week.
Don't cry now.
No.
It's
Cheers.
only 12 months until the next one.
Det blir lagom.